I've been posting on YouTube every single day for the past 10 days and I've learned so much. I wanted to share 5 of the main things in case you are thinking about doing this too, because it's all brand new. I'm learning every single day and it's so fun. Number 1 is that it's actually really hard to stay scrappy. So many of the friends that I surround myself with are so focused on self-improvement. After I released the first video and the first few, I sent them around to some of my friends, and because they're all like, this can be optimized and this can be better, the feedback I got was always like, do you want me to tell you how it could be better? Or do you want me to talk about your lighting? Or do you want me to talk about your camera? Or all this kind of stuff. And I had to be like, actually, no, like I want to improve, of course, but the main point of this exercise is to stay scrappy, take action, and not let any kind of perfectionism get in the way. Like, I know these videos aren't perfect. I know that my setup isn't perfect, but I was almost like, there's so much clearly not optimized that you sending me feedback, there's no point. So if there's really specific glaring stuff, then of course I want your help, but I just actually don't want to overthink this. I want to just keep going with this experiment. It's made me really appreciate being surrounded by people who are so focused on personal development and on growth. The second thing is being real is the most important thing. Whenever I used to film something, I used to use a teleprompter and I would read a script, and I think I got pretty good at it not seeming like I was reading from a script, but I haven't been doing that with any of these. All I've been trying to do instead is just imagining that I was having a coffee, a chat with my best friend, and my best friend is super smart, super interested in personal development. I can have a very real conversation with her. So actually right now, I Googled my best friend, I found a picture of her, and I've put it over the camera on the teleprompter that hasn't got words on it, just so that I can like remember that that's who I'm talking to. And I'm just talking to you, a real person, not a camera, not out into the void, but you staring into your soul, speaking to you. So keep it real is a really big thing. So it's something I've been adding onto my prompts recently. So every time I use ChatGPT or Claude, and what comes out is just a bit something you wouldn't say. I feel like a lot of scripts are that. A lot of YouTube scripts are things that people wouldn't actually say in real life. And so if you're trying this with LLMs, with AI tools that generate content, if you also add keep it real Claude or keep it real ChatGPT, you will get output that is so much closer to something that you would say in real life. And that's why I've got a picture of my best friend right here, because I want to only say things that I would actually say in real life to her. I don't want to make up random stuff just to like try and sound clever on camera. So keep it real. Another thing I've learned is not to wait for inspiration. So I know there's this whole school of thought where you should follow your energy and do whatever you feel like at the time, but I feel like it's a lie. It's just not real. If I don't feel like filming, I just make myself sit in front of the camera, make myself put some makeup on, and I'm like, okay, now's the time. And then yeah, sure, the first few things I say are just stupid, but then after that it starts rolling and then it starts making sense, and then I'm so glad I started it. I don't really want to rely on like waiting to be inspired. I want to find a way of creating the inspiration from having all the conditions there. I'd rather do it that way around because I want to be in control of this. I don't want to be at the mercy of just random emotions that I have, and that's been really useful for me to be like, I don't care, it's in your diary, sit there and film, and you will find the motivation, you will find the inspiration, you will get inspired just from being in that vicinity, putting yourself in the situation. So don't wait for inspiration to start. Another thing I've learned is that people like hearing from you. People like hearing what you're up to, especially if it's something cool that they then tell their friends about, and then they're like, hey, how's it going? Whenever you're getting in touch with someone, it's never bugging them. It's never like, oh, they're busy, they don't want to hear from me. It's always like, yeah, they do, because you want to hear what your friends are doing so that you can find out how to support them. So that's been a really cool aspect of that, just sharing links with random people, some of whom I haven't spoken to in like years and years and years, and I'm just like, hey, I'm doing this cool thing, how are you? And then sharing them the link, and then we start a new conversation. So it's actually been a really nice way to reconnect with people I haven't spoken to in ages. And then the last thing I learned, I probably knew before, but maybe not to this extent, is this idea that like attracts like. It's really good to be very fundamental about your beliefs. All of us have got these strong beliefs that we probably would be maybe scared to share. And I don't mean strong like extreme or offensive or anything like that. I just mean the things that are true to us. But these are things that we might water down. If we were in a group, we might not be so strong either way on our opinions on something. But when you share out on YouTube, if you are very fundamental about your beliefs, it's almost like you're a lighthouse beaming your light, and the people who you attract in are people who just believe the same thing. And not only do they believe the same thing, but they are so happy that someone has said the thing that they believe in such a public way way. So now it gives them confidence to do the same. So that's been so cool, because I'm like, yeah, not everyone will agree with me, but I'm just going to tell people this thing that I believe anyway. Then it empowers other people to do the same, and then they share their truth and they feel more confident about showing up online as well. Thank you for sticking with me. I'm absolutely loving the comments, the subscribes, the messages that I'm getting, so keep them coming. I'll continue to share videos once a day for 30 days and sending lots and lots of love.